Hi, welcome to a short film about higher media at St Aloysius College. So, what is higher media? A useful starting point would be to ask, what is the media? Well, the media could be film, TV, social media, advertising, print media, radio, podcasts, even computer games. When we talk about media texts, we are referring to any of these media forms. The truth is, you are already an expert media consumer. More and more, the media is playing a huge part in our lives. From the moment we wake up to the moment we go to sleep. Every room in our house, every journey we take, throughout the day and during our leisure time, we are constantly consuming different forms of media. Higher media helps you to move from this consumer perception to that of our producer. The class will help you to better understand the constructed nature of media texts and give you the tools to analyse what impact they have on their audience. In media studies, we learn to ask, who made this media text and why? Who will make money from this? Are they trying to change your opinion or persuade you to agree with them? Are they trying to entertain you or simply express their artistic talent? By analysing the media, you will also learn how to apply media theory to your own creations. The course is split into three main sections: analysing media content, the role of the media, and creating media content in the form of the production assignment. We talk about the key aspects of media studies. These 7 aspects are central to the analysis work on the course. They can be split further into 2 sections. First, we have the content aspects. This is what's in the text. What are we looking at? What are we listening to in the media product? Then we have context. This is what's around the text. Who made it, who watches it or who consumes it, and what part does it play in wider society. In film language, we look at technical and cultural codes. This is where we quickly come to realise that in higher media, there is an entirely new and at times complex vocabulary to be learned. This will help you better discuss and analyse media texts. Take this poster for example. What do you see? Does anything stand out or catch your attention? Perhaps you notice that the lead character is positioned in the centre of the image. He's muscular, wielding an iconic weapon. He's wearing a red cape, often synonymous with superheroes or possibly royalty. And the colour red. Does that hint at danger? We also explore categories, learning about the concept of genre and the various genre conventions. We look at how texts fulfil their purpose and present a particular tone or style. Audience theory allows us to consider how texts are shaped to attract certain target audiences. We learn how different audiences react to texts in different ways. Media producers encode their messages, and different audiences decode these in different ways. In a day when we have literally thousands of media texts to choose from across a range of streaming platforms, it's also important to ask why we choose certain media texts. What do we get from that TV show, that movie? Why do we choose that magazine? How does it gratify us or fulfill a need in us? Narrative theory involves looking at structure, codes and conventions. We look at Todorov's structure theory, Joseph Campbell's hero's journey, Roland Barthes' enigmatic and action codes, and the recurring characters identified by Vladimir Prop, to name but a few. In representation, we learn to critically assess how media texts involve a very careful selection process. We answer questions such as, How has this text chosen to present or represent a particular place, person, occupation, gender, nationality, and many other areas? Do media texts rely on or even reinforce stereotypes? Do they subvert or conform to the attitudes and ideologies in society? Institutions. This involves looking at the question of ownership. Who made this and why? We also look at the various internal and external constraints faced by media institutions. Society. When and where was this text made, or when and where is this text set? Did global events, politics, or public attitude have an impact on the finished product or any of the creative choices? So, what texts will we study? Well, in recent years, we have studied critically acclaimed films such as The Shawshank Redemption, The Godfather, Hitchcock's Psycho, and award-winning TV shows such as Lost and The Sopranos. Another section of the course asks us to consider the role of media. For this section, in recent years we have focused on the hugely successful John Lewis Christmas advert. In this, we focus less on the technical codes of each text and take a wider look at the campaign and how John Lewis has met audience needs, achieved a variety of purposes, and influenced our behaviours and attitudes. Analysing media content and the role of the media accounts for 50% of the course and the final mark. The other 50% focuses on creating media content. This is your chance to get creative and apply the theories you have learned to your own production. This involves thorough planning and research, developing and creating the media text, and then reflecting on the whole process in a written evaluation. This is time consuming, but really enjoyable and rewarding. In recent years, pupils have had a great time creating a range of media texts, including these talented students who made their own horror movie. I think my choice of soundtrack has made it just slightly less scary. These students had been studying the importance of framing and the symbolism of the high camera angle, suggesting that the students are small or vulnerable. They also claimed that the black and white squares represented the battle against good and evil. So, who should choose higher media? Well, it might seem obvious to say those who enjoy film and television, but it's a bit more than that. You really need to be interested in moving beyond a surface level appreciation. Are you the kind of person who would watch a behind the scenes documentary? Do you want to see how things are made? Not exclusively, but in the past, media has been popular with pupils who enjoy art, drama and English. And we recommend that pupils who have experienced some success at National 5 and Higher English. This gives us an indication that you will cope with the theory work and the essay-based nature of the subject. Media might also be relevant to pupils interested in studying business, marketing, advertising, even politics. Maybe it's a chance in S6 for you to try something completely different, find a new passion, or turn an interest into a potential career. We do watch lots of movies and TV shows, but probably not as much as you think. So please don't select media if you're looking for an easy option. Media is for those not afraid to work hard, show dedication to the assignment, and be willing to learn and engage with a range of terms and theories. Higher media is a great subject. It opens up a range of career paths, and it improves your general media literacy, which is a skill that everyone can benefit from. In recent years, students have gone on to study film at Glasgow University and at the Royal Conservatoire. So, if you're interested in higher media, or have any questions about the course, please get in touch with me, Mr. Ferry, or Mr. Young. Both of us have taught the course in recent years, and we would be happy to chat with you about the subject and whether it's right for you. We'd also always be up for hearing any of your Netflix recommendations. Thank you.